Hi all. In our previous video, we see how we can create database table inside SQL 2019 server. So today's video, I'm going to show you how we can create stored procedure against those class. Uh, we are planning to create stored procedure for add, delete, update queries. So if you want to create stored procedure in SQL Server, you have to go particular database, and in that database we have a folder called programmability. We have to open that one. Under that we can see a folder called stored procedures. So there you have to right click new stored procedure, and it will give a template for that stored procedure. So we can press Control Shift M, and it will prompt these interfaces, and it will ask author name. You can put your name there, and create a date time. The date is 12, and stored procedure name. We are going to create at uh, insert stored procedure for class table. So we can say sp class and sp denote this is a stored procedure, class main object, and admin uh, the function. So in here we have to input several input data. We'll put those in later. So we can press OK to generate our basic stored procedure. So here naming convention is, if you want to create stored procedure, you have to put create stored procedure and stored procedure name, and then you have to specify input parameters and as notation, and within begin and end section you can put your head statement, insert statement. So we are going to create uh, insert statement. So we can say select all from class, then Control Shift Q. We can select type is insert stored procedure, and our parameters are class code. Class code will automatically generated. So we have to put only class name, like parameter class name. Yes. So okay. But we have to specify this parameter now stored procedure, so we can change this p1 as class name, type is archer, it is 50. So we don't have any second parameter. Statement. So now we are good to create our first stored procedure, insert stored procedure, and we can exclude this stored procedure, and this is still next video show command completed successfully. So if you want to see our newly created add stored procedure, we have to refresh here under this stored procedure. We can see our stored procedure, uh, our created stored procedure. And what else you have to know about this stored procedure? So if first time you have to create this stored procedure, later if you want to add anything, you have to follow alter command to any alteration for this stored procedure. And if you just execute create statement, it will give error. Error is there is already an object name sp class underscore add in the database. So we have to alter this one. If there any change, you need to add to this stored procedure. And also this procedure, we can put short name proc, alter proc our name. This is also working. And this set count mean if you want to get a number of affected rows, you have to set a no count on. Say you are going to update uh, all uh, all student which is inside IT class. So these, if you put set no count on, you will get the updated count. So if you want, you can disable saying this is off. So the moment I put on, and we'll try to create update statement for this class. So if you want, you can change this one directly in here. So what we have to do, create our update class update statement, and we are going to update our class name. We can change this inside as update. Change type update. Yes. So in order to update our record, we have to specify a class code here, and so we can include class code as we are class code equal at class code, and I accidentally typed these lower cases, but SQL will uh, solve that cases like the cases issue. And in here we have to pass particular parameter, particular record. In order to identify a record, we need to get this class code, and we can put this as an input parameter. Type is integer. So we are going to update class name using this class code. So now we are good to create our first update statement dot procedure. Yes, all successful. And one thing I have to do is in here in the add stored procedure. If you want to reopen this stored procedure, you can right click. You can say modify, and it will generate this previous add stored procedure. In here, I want to get uh, generated record class code. That means if you insert record to this table, we have automatically populated column called class code. We have to get what is the last value of this. In order to get that one, we have to set our class code. Type is int. There's option method called scope identity. With this, we can get last the inserted uh, class code number. So we have to specify this as output parameter. So we'll execute this one. Yes. So we have had an update statement, and now we are going to create a delete statement. This is again create procedure delete, and we are going to delete record against class code. This should be delete. You will say write down here delete table, delete from table class. Yes, delete from class. Now good to create our delete short procedure. Also, one description you can say class delete record. So now we are good to create delete statement also. Yes. If you want to test this newly created stored procedures, how we can do that one? So in order to test that this one, we have to go specific stored procedure and right click. It will prompt this menu. In that menu, we have to go script stored procedure as, and there's an option called execute to and new query editor window, and it will generate this execute command. So in here we are going to add new class name. Say we want to add class called we have IT class, we have network class. Say we want to add maths class. So our code is output parameter. So if you want, you can print that output parameter here, and also you can print record true or false. And if you check this stored procedure, if you check your class detail here, if you write select statement, select all from, it has to record. Next record class code will be a number 3. So we'll come in this one using Control K and Control C. And now we are good to execute this statement, and we have resulted class code as output parameter, and we are going to add class name, and we are printing this RCN class code and also class record set. We can execute this one now. Yes. And when you execute this one, nothing happened. Why? Okay. Why is that? If you go to this statement at stored procedure, we are going to add class name, Yes, the thing is, if you go put this call statement and that will terminate the query, so we have to remove those go statement, and we add another class calls in English. And if you run this one, our record is output parameter is 0. This is executed properly, and our new class is added to this table. So we are now created class related stored procedure, and now we are trying to create one stored procedure to achieve uh, this add delete update functions. For that, I'm going to use student table. So I need to get new stored procedure and control name, author name, sp, student table, transaction, stored procedure. In this stored procedure, we are going to put all the transactional functions like add, delete, update function. So how do we do that? In here class, uh, we have to get first name, last name, full name, date of birth, create date time. So we have already added this information to our table. So no need to type again. We can say just all from press Control Shift Q. It will generate this statement, and this is the select statement. This is we are going to create insert statement. Okay. So we are going to create these values as a parameter. Student code we don't want to insert, it automatically generated. So we have to add first name, and this is input parameter first name, vacha 50, and second name is last name, and that is also vacha 50. Can copy this one, and date of birth, phone to put stored procedure parameter. We have to specify at sign that will denote the stored procedure parameter. The date of birth is date as a type, and also we are getting this student code also. So student code, and is a int type. So now first thing is, if you want to add a new student to that database, we have to check this code is available. We can say this can be null. I'll explain that later. In here we check if student cost is null. That is mean we don't exceed that information in the database. So Then we are going to insert data. Last name, date of birth, and date time will automatically create it. And if you want to check those information, you can check our first video, and we are going to insert this value. Here I'm checking student code is available. If not, it is a new records. We are going to add this table. If student code is available, that means uh, data is already exists. So in this case, I can write update statement for this record. So we can use this menu update and set OK. It will automatically generate the scripts was. So we have to specify student code in where condition to specifically identify particular student detail. So update student set, we are going to set this field where only get these where value. We have insert update statement, and if you want to get all the information about this student table, we can put those information also here. So in that case, we have to introduce new field for this. Say we need transaction. So vacha 10. So we are going to create this transaction value if transaction value equal get, we are calling this select statement. If transaction selection delete, we are call delete statement. This should be delete from student table. This we are condition. We are going to delete this student. Just denote this student code. If you want to get more clarity of this statement, you can put begin statement for this, so you can easily identify the area of this statement. If this is else, if you also put begin statement and end statement, and if this is not valid, we can put else statement and this then delete statement. Now we are good to run this procedure. Okay, so when we refresh this start procedure section, I will get this newly created start procedure called student tran. So we right click and execute. this statement. Yes, and we'll put this screen to left side. You can see our statement here. So if you want to get only this student detail, so here you want to get only in here we retrieve all the information. So if you want to specify specific student record, we can put another else here. We'll put this is get all. This is a get specific. So in here we have to put we are conditioned to identify that specific record. Yes. All right. I cannot use this create statement to order this start procedure. I put order statement to order this start procedure. Now we'll go to test this statement. I'm going to run this first scenario. In here we have to specify some if you want to create this first section, I want to specify this transaction as get all. Student code should be blank. That's why we put this in default value as null. So RC also null can be null. First name can be null, and also last name can be null. Date of birth can be null. Transaction. No, you have to specify. If you want, you can put null. Everything null. Okay, we'll execute this query. First scenario. In here, we have to get all the student information. Yes, we get all the student information. And we are trying to get specific data. We want to get third student registry. Student code is third. So 3 here because it is integer. Oh, something happened. First name cannot insert. Okay, in here get specific cannot insert null value into fname column update phase. That means it execute this section. Why is that? That because this parameter must increase. If you check this parameter length, it's a 12. We'll put this as 15 and execute is also become 15. Yes, now it will show only that record. And our second scenario is also good. And we are going to delete some record out of this table. So I will put delete. We are going to delete fourth record. Execute. Oh, command successful. If you select this student table, my fourth record is missing. Yes, now we are going to insert new record. In here we have to specify that detail. Square name is Vincent. Last name is Johnny. And this should be bank. Date of birth is 2000 and the fourth month first. We have to execute this one. Oh, yeah, successful. To execute this one, we get this record. Here we can't specify student code. Remove this one because here we check student code is none. Only we insert data. Yes. Oh, we got this statement. Now student code number is number 5 because we deleted that number 4. And now we are going to execute this second scenario. And here we set blank and we have to specify new record location is 5. Here I am going to change this name. Execute this one and this statement. And it get changed to daily. Now we know how to put all the transaction in one query. Other than that, if you want to get this stored procedure properties, you can right click and this I click and get properties, and this will get this window stored procedure properties. In that you can specify permission. If you want to disable this stored procedure for some users, you can use this interface, and general information or contain current connection parameter, description, options, basic information. So that's all about this video. Thank you very much.